I just filmed my 5 stars of the year. I have read 239 thus far books. I will probably read about 245 altogether. And I had over 55 stars. And I only have 3 1 stars and about 15 2 stars. And the thing is I thought 3 is not enough to go through. But if something gets 2 stars, because I know that me rating something 1 and 2 stars is quite rare, then it still kind of falls under the same bridge as a 1 star. So I decided to do a small video on both of them. I want to preface this by saying do not share this with the authors. I think all authors should be treated with respect. Trust me, they don't need to see this shit. This is for you and you only. Again, also my opinion. I know for a fact people loved all of these. So this is just my opinion, okay? There are books that everyone loves that I hate and books I love that people hate. So that's life, okay? We'll start with the 1 stars because there's only 3. Deadlines and Valentines by Heather Widener. This was marketed as a romance book and was just a murder mystery. There was no romance in this whatsoever. Like literally at all. So first I was very pissed off and felt like I was misled. It was mismarketed heavily. And then on top of that, I just felt like the book didn't go anywhere. I just felt like I just didn't enjoy it at all. I don't think it was well written in terms of the plot itself. So not for me. Not for me. Then Terms and Conditions by Jensen Parker. This one was just objectively written badly. Don't believe me? Have a look at the Goodreads reviews. That's all I'll say about that. Already There by William Rawls. I was sent the ARC for this. Yeah, this is just pure AI fucking slop. Like everything about this is AI slop. That's all you need to know. It was pure AI slop. Then we'll go into the 2 stars. This one is when we get into the stuff that like I know other people will definitely enjoy more. Ruby's Last Chance by Joy Wood. I did not like this at all. Written badly. It's as if someone who is like 50 plus thought, how do younger people speak? And I'm not talking teenagers, but just like in general, how do younger people speak? And they missed the bat so fucking hard that they may as well have swung into the oblivion. I can't. I didn't like it for a minute. I also just feel like it was meant to be a romance. I was literally like, where is the romance? And I'm not talking about smart. Like I said in my last video for my 5 stars, I love a good romance book with no smart. I love a good romance book with smart. This had neither. So take what you will from that. Then we have Meditations for Mortals by Oliver Burkeman. I was excited to read this because I love shit like this. But I want to read, when I dislike a book, I can usually articulate myself a lot better in a Goodreads review. So I want to see what I said. Also, like, I like reflecting on like what I said at the time. This got a Goodreads Choice Awards and it's a 4.27 out of almost 15k reviews. This is what I said. Unfortunately, whilst this was a decent book, I had too many issues with it to enjoy it. To begin with, stating that the rich aren't ignorant, that they just have better things to do with their time than care for the poor, minorities or other disadvantaged groups is insane to me. Someone really read this and said, amazing, let's publish that. Secondly, many pages referring to Seinfeld, an openly awful human being, is the last person I genuinely want to take advice or notes from. Thirdly, and thankfully finally, as someone who has read many non-fiction books like this, it unfortunately had the same Steve Jobs is an idol garbaggio regurgitation. Not to mention, the guy who created Scientology is bad, but hey, he achieved his dream, so be like that, was equally mental to me. When I say unfortunately, I mean that. It has a great premise, decent writing, and with every other point, I agree. But this was too much to look over and had me uncomfortable the entire time reading. Oh, also, there was nothing about 4 weeks in this book, just 4 topics. Nothing to look at or to follow or to do, just 4 parts to the book, so a misleading subtitle at best. Because it said 4 weeks to embrace your limitations and make time for what counts on the cover. In massive writing. I slayed with that review. And I reviewed it on my birthday. I'm looking at the reviews. Yeah, it's very mixed. Like, there are definitely people who enjoyed this and others who completely agree with me. Yeah, this is the key of it. This Lisa of Troy, who reviewed this last October, said how if Henry David Thoreau wrote this, I would have enjoyed it because we are both transcendentalists. We both share the same values. However, I don't subscribe to the author's philosophies. And ultimately, I think that's true. It says meditations for mortals primarily doles out glib advice. For example, oh my god, this is so funny. For example, one meditation involves minding our own business. Yeah, but then she also says, like, but the world should be more loving, and like this right here is what the world needs more of, less judgment, more love, and like that part of the book is true. But yeah, ultimately, like, if you're a right-wing stan, this will be for you. And like the fact that this has a fucking Goodreads award, this is owned by Amazon, and like so highly rated, I think we should be concerned. Hated it. I want to give it a 1 star now that I've even seen that. God. Then I was given the arc for Cheddar Luck Next Time by Beth Cato. I actually said this in my last video as well about my 5-star reads. When it comes to thriller and mystery, if it's not like lit fic, I hate it. I can't stand things that are trying to be funny. I can't stand murder mystery romances. I genuinely cannot do it. I have hated every single one I've read. This was just bad. There's nothing else to it. It was a bad story. I don't think it was written badly. I just think the plot and story of it were awful. Then I also got the arc for Atavist by Lydia Millet, and this was the most disappointing because this was the one where I was like, I will enjoy this. Like, I didn't pick up Cheddar Luck Next Time and go, I'm gonna love this. It was just sent to me. So I thought Atavists I would love. I was wrong. This is like it's a book of short stories that are in some ways connected. The premise itself is fun. It's very weird. It's very strange. But ultimately, like, didn't go anywhere, and I didn't enjoy it. It felt like it had no point at all. So then, I think this was an arc as well. Honestly, I think all of these are arcs, I'm not gonna lie. So far, they have only been arcs. Not that one. But the rest, yeah. Here Comes Trouble by Christy McKellum. Not written badly. This one was just an error of pacing. When a romance is paced so quickly, it's like I'm smacked in the face with an awful book. Even if it's written well, I'm like, what the fuck did I just read? Same thing with Page Turner Goes to Yellowstone by Christina Hill. This one was just so pointless. In my opinion, it was just pointless. And somehow this was like a sequel. No, that's all I have to say. This was disappointing, okay? This is one that I bought with my own damn money. The Dutch House by Anne Patchett. And this is also like highly awarded and loved, and I don't get it. I hated it. I just didn't like it at all. I think it was so lame. I think the thing is it was clearly written well. Like, Anne Patchett can write. I just hated the story. And like, it was so underwhelming. Nothing happened. There was no point. It was just one of the most pointless books I've ever read in my life. I was so frustrated with this one because it has the most gorgeous cover as well. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Then Hook, Line and Single by Phoebe McLeod. Now, I'm actually currently reading another Phoebe McLeod and I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I thought this was my second Phoebe McLeod that I'm reading currently. It turns out it's my third, and I haven't liked a single one. So, and I actually have one more, like a physical book by her. I'm honestly struggling. This is becoming like the absolute opposite of an auto by author. I cannot stand it at all. Like, ooh, that's how it makes me feel. Just bad, just bad, just bad. Then I read Madame Sosostris by Ben Okri, and the thing, I remember this so well, the thing I said about Ben Okri was he is clearly a poet. He should not be writing novels. This is someone who is an amazing poet who cannot write a novel for the life of him. Cannot. It was bad. It was just bad. Then I read Revenge Puck by L.A. Hart. I feel like the title tells you everything you need to know. I also read And He Shall Appear by Kate Vanderborg, and he did not appear, so. And the last two, Real Love by Evie Browning. I didn't like the tropes in this one, and also it just wasn't great. And then Bring Up a Bad Boy by Catherine Garbera was the same. I feel like when it comes to romances, these are easy to forget. They're not enjoyable to read. And I just think like anything that has like a trendy title or a cute cover will get picked up. And it's like, can we please remember that we need good writers? And I think good writing is partially subjective, partially objective. Like, you have to be able to understand grammar. Like, that's not what I'm talking about. But like, if you can't put a plot together, like not even the actual writing, but if you can't put a plot together, just don't write a book. Anyways, these are the books that I couldn't stand, and whilst I'm not hating the Phoebe McLeod I'm reading right now, which is, oh fuck, what's it called? This is gonna annoy me so bad. Oh my god, this is gonna annoy me so bad. Goodreads. Unfortunately, this is where I'm going for this information. God damn. I'm over 50% through, thank god. I say like I don't have another one to read, is so funny. Truth or Date. Oh no, it's not the Phoebe McLeod I'm thinking of. I'm wrong, I take it back, I'm wrong. I'm reading a Portia McIntosh, which I'm also not enjoying. But also I remember looking at this book and it doesn't have great reviews. So yeah, probably add that to the pile. But I do have another Phoebe McLeod to read. So I'll survive. I actually think I said that was a Phoebe McLeod in another video, so you can completely ignore me. apologies to Phoebe McLeod and Porsche McIntosh. My opinion still stands. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is not to be negative, it's more so like if people enjoy the same things as me, there's a high likelihood, because what I enjoy is so niche, that you will not like the things that I don't like either, so it's more so just for that reason. But I enjoy also these wrap-ups, manually making them, manually doing them, manually editing these, also to look back at maybe one day. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. If you did enjoy this, feel free to subscribe. See ya. Love you.